Bad Bunny, who performed at the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Did you get that? You meet Bad Bunny?
Oh yeah, I've met Benito multiple times because he has done a couple things for us from time to time. He had an absolutely wonderful match with Damian Priest in Puerto Rico a couple of years back. He loves wrestling. That's insane, by the way. I just want people to understand that. It was a street fight. It was like a no-holds-barred San Juan street fight. He's going through tables, getting beat with chairs, getting choke slammed. This is the biggest artist in the world. This would have been like Michael Jackson in 1986 at WrestleMania.
Right.
What are we talking about? That's crazy, dude. Could you imagine that? No. Like Paul McCartney ain't getting in the ring.
Exactly.
And, that's crazy. So I have a ton of respect for Benito. He did not have to do that at all. What a stud. Like, I don't know any of his songs, but dude, what a savage.
You and Post Malone had some beef.
Posty, he got up in my grill, man. He's cheering for Punk and his wife over me and my wife. You can't be doing that. You know what I mean?
Come
on now.
That wasn't rehearsed?
No, I didn't even know. I didn't even know he was there. I think he was there at Jelly Roll. They're in the crowd at WrestlePalooza, which again, Indianapolis, a lot of history there. And I just saw him, and he was like, he's booing or something like that. And I saw an opportunity, and I took it. I ain't gonna let him dunk on me and my wife like that. Come on now. Posty.
You good? Y'all good now, though, right? You settled it. Damn, you don't let stuff go, Seth.
Oh.
You gotta let stuff go, Seth.
I'm in the conflict business, man. There's no money to be made if everybody's
What about conflict resolution?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's where we get paid, sir.
A fan attacked you. Why do you press charges?
That guy, from my understanding, he was catfished by somebody pretending to be me, and he was not. He was. I don't want to, be rude, but he was not all there.
Right.
There was something off about him.
Okay.
It felt like for me, it felt like the wrong thing to do to try to get him incarcerated in any way.
Right.
And he wasn't a person that had the means to pay for a big fine and go through a whole legal process. I asked the judicial system that contacted me. I said, could we look into please getting this guy some help? Like he's not.
Awesome.
I'm lucky that he didn't bring anything to be particularly violent with. That's something that's like very scary in situations like that. But thankfully we got on the other side of it, and you're able to look at it in its totality. Like, okay, what's the best course of action here? And it's probably to try to help this guy if we can do that. So I was not able to follow up. I don't know, but what I do know is that I chose not to press charges for that reason. It didn't seem to me that was going to solve the problem.
GOAT couples, we got you and Becky Lynch. We got Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth.
Okay.
Edge and Beth Phoenix.
Yep.
Matt Hardy and Lita. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
That's a good list. That's a good list right there. I mean, we're number one by a mile, but yeah. Shout out to Edge and Beth. They're both great in the ring, but they don't have the accolades that myself and my wife have.
Correct.
So, Stephanie and Hunter,
Did she just wrestle in WrestleMania?
Who's that?
Becky.
Becky? She was at the Rumble. She was
Yeah,
in the Royal
Rumble.
Rumble.
Yeah.
She was in the Royal Rumble last week. Yeah. In Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Did not
Liv,
win.
I think Liv
won.
Yeah.
Liv won the Royal Rumble. Yep. Becky has won the Rumble before.
Yeah.
First woman to main event WrestleMania.
Right.
And then myself. You read the accolades earlier. I mean, there's nobody on that list that's even close.
Is it easier to date a woman that's in the business with you? Because a guy told me one time, he said, you understand why movie stars date other movie stars? I said, nah. Why? I said, they like each other? No. He said, because the other know what it's like to live that life.
Yes, that part of it is very beneficial. It's something that's like, you don't want to mix business with pleasure, because if it doesn't end well, the risk.
They still wrestle. You got to see each other all the time.
Yeah, it's hard. And then they date somebody else. You're dating somebody else. It's not fun. Like, that's just not a fun thing. So you do try to avoid it. But when you find somebody, and Becky and I were friends for years before we started dating, when you find somebody who gets it and understands what you're doing, and you go through the same things, it's so much easier. And because our business and our industry is so strange and so weird, like, just asking regular people who do regular jobs to understand it can be a tall task.
Especially when you're starting out, because you're saying you're wrestling 3 to 5 times a week. So you're gone. So basically 45, 47 weeks out of the year, you're on the road.
We would be, 300 days a year, for sure. Wow. Easy. With the travel and the media.
Yeah.
I'd wrestle, like my craziest years, I would wrestle probably close to 215 matches a year. And that's not including the travel days. Like, we would leave Friday morning from my little town in Iowa. I'd go and I'd do non-televised events Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I would do Monday TV Raw, which was live. Then we would tape SmackDown at the time on Tuesday. And then I would fly home Wednesday morning and I would leave Friday morning every week for years. Yeah, and that's like a good week. That's like a normal week. I'd have that 36 hours at home, essentially.
Right.
Like, we would have tours that were, would take us away for months at a time. It was, I mean, there's no chance to have a proper relationship in that situation.
I read in doing this research on you, you were open to being in a poly relationship. How did Becky come along and completely change your mind? You're like, I thought I wanted poly, but I'm good with just one.
What I really needed was to be single. That's what I needed. Well, that's what I needed. I was a serial monogamist for my whole adult life, and I just needed to. Hey, you're okay being by yourself, dude.
Right.
You're fine. You just need to figure it out. I mean, I was from 19 until. When did me and Becky start dating? It would have been 19, so 6 years ago. So I was 34. So 15 years I was just in relationship after relationship with this much break in between. So I never really got comfortable being by myself. Really just got comfortable, and that's what I needed. But I was like, at the end of my last relationship before I started dating her, I was like, all right, I'm just not cut out for monogamy. I'm not cut out for being in a relationship. I just need, maybe it's like I can just do, I can be in a relationship, but, maybe be in that relationship and not really be in that relationship. You know what? I just needed to be single.
Right.
And I just didn't know how to process it all. So, and I'm probably intaking too much information, reading too much about it, thinking too much about it. And the bottom line was either A, I needed to be single, which I just didn't know how to do, or B, I needed to find the right partner, and I did. And that was once we locked that in, I was done. I mean, I had a ring on order within 2 months.
But here's the thing. Obviously, when you wrestle, you probably had a couple of your dates around, and she probably saw him. She's like, "Nah, Seth, I'm good, bro. You ain't ready for anything serious."
Well, when we started seeing each other, because it was, we were both scared of getting involved with someone we worked with.
Right.
And so we were like, let's just keep it kind of chill. Maybe this is the right thing. Yeah. But then she was like, you know what? I don't think so. We can just be friends. We were friends before. We don't have to do any of that romantic stuff. We'll just be friends. Because if we're not going to be all in, then I don't want to. I don't want to just do this little thing. I'm that's stupid because I want to be all in, but I'm not gonna. So she's like, we'll just be friends. And the literal second she said that, I could feel my heart be like, oh no, what have you done? Don't do that. I can't let you get away. I can't let you get away.
Right.
I'm like, but I'm supposed to be single now. I've decided that I needed to be single. She's also decided that I need to be single. All these things are going on in my head at once. And then I remember she hung up the phone and I'm sitting there on the couch by myself going no, this is wrong. And thankfully it was wrong. And then I convinced her that it was wrong. And 2 weeks later, she was like, you know what? We should be together. Right. And like I said, then it was done.
And you guys have been together ever since.
Ever since.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party because we like to do something before 2 something.